ready to dive deep. Today, it's Vladimir Lenin.
Ooh, Lenin.
Yeah. And we're going beyond the typical textbook stuff.
Right.
Really trying to understand how this guy goes from middle-class kid to, revolutionary leader.
It's fascinating, yeah.
Who reshaped global power. Right?
Yeah, and it's full of contradictions. You don't often think of these powerful figures as, starting out, normal.
Right.
Their path is anything but straightforward.
Totally. It's not like he's born with a red flag, waving
Right.
it. He's from a family in Simbirsk.
Yeah.
His dad was a huge supporter of the Tsar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like a high-ranking official in the system.
The irony.
Right. That Lenin later wants to, completely destroy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the family dinners?
Oh, I can only imagine. Lots of clashes.
Intense.
Yeah, and you can't discount how that upbringing, plays into his revolutionary fervor later.
Oh, yeah?
To grow up in a house with such opposite views,
Right.
it's got to make you, really question authority.
For sure. So we've got this kid, right, growing up in a system that, he's eventually going to completely reject.
Yeah.
But there's one event that really changes things for him.
Right.
The execution of his brother Alexander.
Yes.
This happens when Lenin's just 17,
Right.
super young.
Formative years.
Yeah. Alexander was involved in a plot against the Tsar,
Yeah.
and he, pays the ultimate price.
Right.
But for Lenin, this isn't just some news story.
Of course not.
This is, deeply personal.
Totally.
It makes him lose all faith in the Tsarist regime.
Yeah.
And it just fuels this desire for change.
Yeah, for radical change. It's it's one thing to disagree with a system.
Uh-huh.
But when it takes something from you, that's when it gets real.
Totally. That's when it becomes personal.
Yeah, that's when the seed of revolution is planted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so Lenin starts, really getting into revolutionary theory,
Right.
especially Karl Marx.
Of course, yeah.
But, and here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
He doesn't just accept Marxism as it is.
Right.
He adapts it,
Okay.
twists it to fit his own goals and vision.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
So we know Marx was all about a worker-led revolution,
Yeah.
right? Like a spontaneous uprising of the people.
The proletariat.
Yeah. But Lenin had a very different idea about how this whole revolution thing should, go down.
Okay, so what was his take?
Well, he thought that the working class needed guidance.
Okay.
They needed what he called a Vanguard Party.
A Vanguard Party.
Yeah. It'd be made up of these, elite revolutionaries
Mm-hmm.
who would, lead the way.
Okay, so these are the super disciplined,
Yeah, the hardcore.
Okay, got it.
It kind of goes against Marx's idea of a more organic revolution.
So it's more top down than bottom up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's interesting.
And this is going to have a huge impact, not just in Russia, but, all over the world.
Yeah.
Like China, Cuba, so many revolutions are influenced by this idea.
Yeah. I mean, it makes you think about how power structures, really shape these movements.
Totally. And, of course, this whole idea of the Vanguard Party leads directly to the Bolsheviks.
Right.
They are, Lenin's vision in action.
Okay.
Highly centralized, incredibly disciplined,
Yeah.
and they operate under this principle of democratic centralism.
Democratic centralism, that sounds a little contradictory.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, you can have open debate within the party,
Okay.
but once a decision is made,
Yeah.
everyone follows it. No questions asked.
So like a family meeting where everyone can give their opinion, but
Mhm.
mom and dad make the final call.
Exactly.
Got it.
It's good for, acting quickly,
Right.
but it can also silence dissent
For sure.
and concentrate power at the top.
Yeah. And within this seemingly unified party, there are already tensions brewing.
Oh, yeah.
Lenin's got these complex relationships with Trotsky and Stalin.
Yeah, we're going to see those play out in a big way later on.
Definitely.
But let's set the scene for the revolution itself.
Yeah.
1917.
Okay.
Russia's a mess.
Yeah.
World War I has just drained the nation.
Yeah.
There's unrest everywhere. People are fed up with the Tsar.
Like a powder keg about to explode.
Exactly. And then, boom, the February Revolution.
Okay.
The Tsar is gone. Enter the provisional government.
Right.
But they're kind of weak.
Sure.
He can't really handle the chaos.
Yeah.
And Lenin sees this as his chance.
The opportunity.
He comes back from exile
Okay.
and drops his April Theses.
The April Theses, right.
Yeah. It's his plan to grab power.
To make Russia a socialist state.
And he's got a strategy to make it happen.
So it's not just talk.
No, he's got a vision.
And that leads us to the October Revolution.
Okay.
Which honestly was a brilliant move.
Right.
Wasn't some huge uprising.
No.
The Bolsheviks went after key buildings, infrastructure.
Smart. Cripple the opposition. Yeah. They had the Red Guards and the worker militias on their side,
Okay.
which gave them the manpower.
Right.
And Lenin was a master of propaganda.
Oh, yeah.
He knew how to control the narrative,
Absolutely.
shape public opinion.
Make it look like he was on the right side.
Totally. So it wasn't just about force.
Right.
It was about persuasion, too.
That's powerful.
It's a combo that's going to be used in a lot of revolutions after this.
Interesting.
Can you imagine being in Russia then?
Oh, wild.
Everything changing. The stakes couldn't be higher.
Yeah, what a moment in history.
Definitely. But it came at a high price.
Right.
The revolution kicks off the Russian Civil War.
The Reds against the Whites.
Yeah, a brutal conflict. Brother against brother.
It's a nation tearing itself apart.
And here's where we see a darker side of Lenin.
Okay.
He's willing to use extreme violence to get what he wants.
Right.
This is when he creates the Cheka
The secret police.
and unleashes the Red Terror,
Yeah.
a campaign of repression and killing.
To silence any opposition.
Anyone who stood against him.
Wow. It's a dark reminder. You know, even revolutions for good causes,
Yeah.
they can become brutal.
Totally. But I mean, Lenin, he thought these actions, these were necessary, right, to
Yeah.
protect the revolution.
He did, yeah. He thought extreme measures were needed, you know, to solidify power,
Right.
to eliminate threats. I mean, Russia was new.
Yeah. Fragile.
Yeah. It raises a tough question, though, doesn't it? Like, can you build a just society
Yeah.
if you use unjust means?
Right. Is the goal worth the
A
cost?
human cost.
Heavy stuff. But let's shift gears a little.
Okay.
Talk about the economy.
Okay.
So Russia, after the Civil War, devastated.
Oh, yeah.
War communism. Lenin's first try at a state-controlled economy.
Right.
It had backfired.
Big time. I mean, it was a radical experiment.
Yeah.
Like, the belief was the state should control everything.
Right. Production, distribution.
All-
But I mean, the reality, it was grim.
It was shortages, hyperinflation,
Right.
a famine that killed millions.
So war communism, like good intentions, bad results.
Yeah, I think you could say that. It showed the limits.
Yeah.
You know, of trying to like force this rigid ideology on a complex society.
Right. It's not a simple equation.
No. And Lenin, he was a pragmatist at heart. He realized this wasn't working.
Right.
They had to revive the economy. That's where the new economic policy comes in.
The NEP.
Yeah.
This is where Lenin throws a curveball, right?
He does. He brings back some capitalism.
I mean, the irony, right?
Yeah, the guy who spent his life fighting capitalism,
Yeah.
making deals with it.
It seems like a total reversal.
It did. It was a calculated move, though.
Okay.
So the NEP, some private enterprise, some trade.
Yeah.
It's a step back from that strict control of war communism.
So did he have a change of heart?
No, not at all. He saw the NEP as temporary,
Okay.
a way to buy time to rebuild. Okay.
His ultimate goal was still socialism,
Right.
but he knew he needed a different approach.
More practical.
Yeah.
So he's playing the long game.
Yes. Using capitalism to achieve his socialist vision.
Wow.
And the NEP did have a positive impact.
Okay.
The economy started to recover, food shortages eased.
But there were downsides, right? We talked about the kulak.
Yes, the wealthier peasants,
Right.
they benefited from the NEP.
Right. So new social divisions.
Yeah, and economic inequality.
And that goes against the whole idea of a classless society.
It does. It's like this double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Helps the economy,
Uh-huh.
but creates new problems. And we got to remember, the NEP, it was meant to be temporary.
Right, a tactical move.
And after Lenin dies,
Yeah.
Stalin, he scraps it, goes back to a centralized economy.
Which has its own whole set of consequences.
Oh, absolutely. But that's another deep dive.
Right.
Yeah.
So in 1922, Lenin starts having these strokes.
Yeah.
It leaves him weaker and weaker.
Right. Then, 1924, he's gone.
Yeah,
Leaves behind a complicated legacy
he does.
and a power vacuum,
Oh, yeah.
which is going to have devastating consequences.
Huge consequences.
His death sets off a power struggle in the Bolshevik Party,
Yeah, you've got Trotsky, Stalin, Bukharin.
each with their own vision.
For sure.
But it's Stalin who comes out on top.
Yeah.
He's a master manipulator,
Oh, he's ruthless.
and he uses Lenin's legacy to to solidify his own power.
Yeah, like Lenin's body, it's embalmed,
Right.
put on display.
Like a cult figure.
Yeah.
It's chilling to think about.
It is. It's this example of how a leader's image, their ideas,
Yeah.
they can be twisted, used
Yeah.
for political gain.
And it's important to remember Lenin, he kind of laid the groundwork for this.
Oh, yeah.
The suppression of dissent,
Uh-huh.
the centralized power,
Right.
the use of violence,
Yeah.
all of that created a system that someone like Stalin could exploit.
Absolutely. It's almost tragic, you know.
Yeah.
Lenin, he fought for equality, for justice.
Right.
But he unintentionally paves the way for one of the most brutal regimes in history.
Yeah. It's this reminder. Even the best intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Revolutions can go very wrong.
Yeah. They can be hijacked,
Yeah.
turned into something monstrous.
So we've talked about Lenin's impact on Russia,
Right.
but he wasn't content with just one revolution.
He wanted a global communist movement.
And that's where the Comintern comes in.
Yes.
Communist International.
Lenin's way to export revolution around the world.
Yeah. He saw himself as this leader of a global movement.
Workers of the world, unite.
Exactly. Overthrow capitalism.
And his ideas, they spread, right?
Oh, yeah. Like wildfire.
China, Cuba, Vietnam.
So many countries.
But it's interesting.
Yeah.
Leninism, it wasn't just copied and pasted.
Right.
It was adapted.
Like, think about Mao Zedong in China.
Yeah.
His focus on the peasants.
Or Castro in Cuba with guerrilla warfare.
So they took Lenin's core ideas.
Yeah.
The Vanguard Party, the revolutionary struggle.
Yeah. And
Made it their own.
they adapted it to their own circumstances.
It's like Leninism became this blueprint
Yeah.
for revolution.
That could be customized. You know, it's incredible
It is.
how one man's ideas, they could have such a far-reaching impact.
Totally. Both good and bad.
Both. I mean, it shows the power of ideas.
Yeah.
How they can, like, cross borders, inspire action.
But it also shows how important context is.
Oh, yeah. Where those ideas are applied.
Right.
The consequences, intended or unintended.
A lot to think about.
It is.
Well, I know we've been focusing on the big picture stuff,
Yeah.
the historical narrative.
Or the broad strokes.
But let's zoom in a little bit.
Okay.
Look at some of the more personal aspects of Lenin's life.
All right. Yeah.
Like we talked about his father,
Uh-huh.
the Tsarist official.
Right.
What about his mom?
His mother, Maria Alexandrovna Blank,
Yeah.
she was well educated,
Huh?
instilled in Lenin this love of learning, of literature,
Oh, interesting.
and she was very religious.
Oh, wow.
Which is interesting, right? Because later he's an atheist.
Right. Materialist. So you've got his dad
Yeah.
sticking to the system
Uh-huh.
and his mom, this intellectual, spiritual woman.
Yeah.
It's like these forces are battling inside him
Yeah.
from a young age.
And then, of course, there's his brother's execution.
Yeah.
That had to have a profound impact.
For sure. Psychologically.
Yeah.
Just solidifies that hatred for the Tsar.
Right.
Sets him on the path to revolution.
It's a reminder, you know, that personal experiences,
Yeah.
especially traumatic ones, they
Yeah.
shape our beliefs.
They can change everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of beliefs, let's get back to Lenin and Marx.
Okay.
We talked about the Vanguard Party,
Right?
but there's another key element, democratic centralism.
Right. We touched on that.
But it deserves a closer look. It's complex.
It is.
Yeah.
Some listeners probably like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So imagine a company.
Okay.
You can give input, suggestions,
Right.
but the CEO makes the final decision.
Right.
Everyone follows it. That's kind of like democratic centralism.
It is. It's this tension between democratic ideal.
Open debate,
Yeah.
but also this need for authority.
For obedience.
Yeah, and it's a theme throughout Lenin's life, his legacy.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. Lenin's upbringing, his revolutionary strategies,
Right.
economic policies, his impact both in Russia and globally,
Uh,
even glimpses into his personal life.
yeah.
But we can't talk about Lenin without talking about the dark side.
The Red Terror.
Yeah, it's a stark reminder.
Yeah.
Even revolutions for good causes,
Yeah.
they can go bad,
They can turn violent.
become oppressive.
The Red Terror, it was systematic,
Yeah,
state-sponsored violence.
intimidation,
It targeted anyone seen as a threat to the Bolsheviks,
political opponents,
intellectuals,
religious figures,
even ordinary citizens.
if they were suspected of disloyalty.
Yeah. Brutal chapter in Soviet history.
Yeah,
It shows the dangers of unchecked power.
of fanaticism.
Millions were killed.
Yeah,
or imprisoned,
during the Red Terror.
it left a lasting scar
Yeah.
on the Soviet Union.
And it casts a dark shadow over Lenin's legacy.
It does.
It's a legacy that's so complex.
Oh, for sure. Full of contradictions.
On one hand, he's brilliant,
Uh-huh.
a charismatic leader,
A visionary.
but on the other hand, ruthless,
A dictator.
willing to sacrifice so many lives.
To achieve his goals.
His ideas about equality, social justice, they still resonate today,
They do.
but his methods, they were brutal.
Authoritarian. It's a reminder.
Yeah,
History is rarely black and white.
right. There's so many shades of gray.
And understanding those nuances, it's key to really understanding the past.
Totally. So with that in mind, let's look at another part of Lenin's legacy.
Okay.
His impact on the Soviet Union itself.
All right, so not just the revolution.
Right. The long-term consequences.
Yeah. What did he put in place that shaped the Soviet Union for decades?
Exactly. What structures did he create?
Well, he laid the foundation
Yeah.
for a one-party state,
Okay.
a centralized economy,
Uh-huh.
and a system of repression.
Which becomes hallmarks of Soviet rule.
Me too.
So he basically created the blueprint for the system that Stalin would use to oppress millions.
That's a complex question.
It is.
I mean, we got to remember Lenin died before Stalin really consolidated his power.
Right.
So we can't say for sure what Lenin would have thought.
Right. But the connection is there.
Oh yeah, the suppression, the power, the violence.
All there in Lenin's regime.
Yeah, and Stalin just took them further.
It's a cautionary tale, isn't it?
It is about unintended consequences.
About protecting democracy.
Even during radical change.
Yeah. It shows the danger
Yeah,
of putting all your faith in one person.
or one ideology.
Okay, so we've looked at Lenin's impact on Russia,
Yeah.
global communist movements,
Mm-hmm.
the darker side of his legacy,
Right,
his unintentional role in Stalin's rise.
right.
But before we wrap up, let's go back to the new economic policy.
The NEP.
Lenin's compromise with capitalism.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
It is. It shows how adaptable he was.
Right. He wasn't just stuck in his ideology.
Yeah. He made tough choices,
Yeah.
even when they went against his beliefs.
And the NEP, that was a gamble.
It was a big one.
So let's break it down. What did he do?
Okay, so the NEP, it allowed for some private enterprise, some trade,
Really?
especially in agriculture.
Okay.
Farmers could sell their surplus.
On the open market.
Yeah, and small businesses, they were allowed to operate.
So back to market forces after war communism.
Exactly. It was a
Right.
way to boost production, to fight inflation.
To improve living standards.
And it did work to a degree.
Okay.
The Soviet economy started to recover.
Right.
Food shortages got better.
But there were downsides. Right. Like the kulaks.
Yes. The NEP created this new inequality.
Which again goes against the idea of a classless society.
It does.
Another double-edged sword.
Yeah, it is.
Helps the economy,
Mm-hmm.
but creates new problems.
And remember, the NEP was always temporary.
Right.
Lenin saw it as a tactic.
Right. Not a change of heart.
No. And after Lenin dies, Stalin abandons it.
Goes back to that centralized model,
Yeah.
which again has its own consequences.
But that's a story for another time.
Another deep dive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild how those seemingly small choices can have like these huge ripple effects.
Oh, totally. Like a chain reaction, you know? One thing leads to another.
Mm.
And those consequences, they just keep going.
Even after the people who made those choices are gone.
Exactly.
So before we wrap up, let's bring it back to the individual listener.
Oh,
We've talked about a lot, explored some big ideas.
mhm.
But like, what does this have to do with, someone listening right now?
Right. That's the key question, right? I think one of the biggest takeaways from Lenin, both the good and the bad, is like the power of ideas
Hmm.
and how important critical thinking is.
Because ideas have consequences. I mean, they can start revolutions,
Yeah,
but they can also lead to really bad stuff.
exactly. Oppression, tyranny. That's why it's so important to think critically. Question things.
Mm.
Look at different perspectives. Don't just take things at face value.
Even if it sounds good or it fits with what you already believe.
Yeah, exactly. Don't just believe everything you think, right?
Right.
And this goes for everything, not just politics. Relationships, your job, your own choices, being able to like analyze information, come to your own conclusions. That's how you navigate the world.
So Lenin's legacy, in a way, it's a reminder to be engaged,
Yeah.
be curious, be skeptical.
Never stop learning. Never stop questioning.
I like that. So anyone listening who wants to learn more about Lenin, where should they start?
The book, The Real Lenin, it's a good one. It gives a balanced view of his life, his legacy.
And it's available on Amazon, Kindle, and Google Play Books, right?
It is, yep. Easy to find, easy to dive into.
Perfect. Well, on that note, I think we'll wrap up our deep dive into the world of Vladimir Lenin.
Fascinating guy. Changed the course of history.
As always, we encourage you to keep exploring, keep questioning, keep searching for the truth.
Until next time.